Please call the roll.
Mayor Ray Bird.
Here.
Commissioner Ken Gaspar.
Here.
Commissioner Darren Indovina.
Here. Will everyone please rise you're able for the Pledge of Allegiance? Now we got to look over Andrew's hair. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'm jealous.
Okay, any amendments to the agenda from the commissioners?
None.
Okay. Let's move on to regular business. Item A, Kelly.
Discussion regarding business license.
Okay, Mickey, I'm going to let you talk us through this.
Yeah, we've been looking at it. Staff has been looking at this for a while. Currently, our business licenses are issued whenever a business comes in. They're going to open their business, and so if they open that business in February, then that becomes their renewal date every year. Business opens in March, and that becomes their renewal date. So what I'm proposing, and I gave you a staff report, is to put together a work group made up of our staff to look at, could we go to an annual renewal of business license. For example, we just use January and every year it renews. We need to work through some of the questions about if a business comes in November, do they have to renew again in January? We would deal with all those issues. It's a system that really I've seen in other communities that I've served in. It takes a little burden off of a couple things. One, staff every year sends out the letter saying it's time to renew. You give businesses 30 days to renew. If they don't renew, you send out a second letter saying you haven't complied and you need to comply with your business license. Right now in the city of Monett, we average about 20 businesses a month that that haven't complied with their business license. Various reasons. Could be their tax statement. It could be other items that they haven't complied with. I really think we can clean up a lot of that if we go to an annual renewal on a specific time. And then we've also got to look at our code and how are we going to keep businesses compliant. If they don't, they go through the 30 days and they don't comply with the city. It is a license, it is a permit, and so if they don't comply, then there'd be actions after that. I just think it's a better process. So really what I'm bringing today is just like to put this work group together and begin to just kind of work through that. I think it would be wise if we appointed a commissioner to that work group, and I don't have a recommendation on that. Whoever would want to do that and work.
Who's your
with
favorite
us.
commissioner?
I'm not going to answer
Okay,
that, Mr.
right.
Mayor. And but yeah. Anyway, I'll take questions. It's really kind of an administrative process that we need to begin to look at.
Well, it sounds like the current process doesn't work very well.
It does not. And in our codes, we have a lot of exemptions from business license in Monett, which we'd like to also clean up. Some of those exemptions are engineering firms, accounting firms, realtors. They don't have to have business license. So we would clean up some of that in code as well. Bring that to recommendation.
What would be, this is, you probably don't know the answer to this. What's the rationale for giving those exceptions?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen in codes in other cities, you usually exempt charitable organizations, but I've never seen businesses like that listed.
Okay. And my guess is, Kim and I were talking before, is that this has been on the books since I was in high school.
Probably.
All right.
So that's really just information for the commission to, and I don't know if you want to name somebody on that group or if they want to volunteer, however you want to do that. So.
I'll volunteer for that group.
Okay.
That's kind of consistent with planning and zoning and that sort of stuff. Any objections from the commissioners?
I don't have any objection, but I would have done it also, so thank you. And if it burdens you, let me know, and I'll,
let you know if I'm overloaded.
no, not too.
Okay. So go ahead and move forward with it,
Okay.
and I'll serve on the commission along with or serve on this panel along with members listed in here.
Okay.
With city clerk, finance directors, utility clerk, community development, administrative assistant. Did you have a hard night's sleep last night? You look like you. No. Okay. I'm just teasing you. Okay. Any other discussion on that? All right. Do you have what you need to move forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Item B, please.
Discussion regarding the fire truck and training facility.
All right. Well, commissioners, mayor, city manager, administrator, thanks for having me. Me and Mickey, we've discussed a few things with the new fire trucks, training facility. One thing I want to do first is update you on the new fire truck that we went down to Florida to go see. We just passed one around. This is the new truck that will be the $600 and some thousand truck that will receive June of 2026.
Would you like one?
Thank you.
No, no,
An extra one?
Give that to Kelly.
There you go.
Yes.
give me that back. Sorry, man.
There you go. These are just maps that we met with the design team down in Florida Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We met with 4 or 5 designing team members, 16 hours total, sitting in a conference room, trying to design this.
That's a lot of changes. You did that just 2 days ago, huh?
Yes, that's 16 hours worth right there.
Yeah.
We went with a more of a theme for the Monett school.
Right.
But we did a different layout. This truck's going to be a Cub Nation truck. This will not be it'll be a rescue truck, but we took 2 trucks and made it into one. So on the passenger side will be tools and items for motor vehicle accidents, and on the driver's side will be fire suppression. So you're getting 2 trucks into one. We've been having some issues with one of our engines, so the committee decided to, instead of making this fully a rescue, make it a rescue pumper. So this will be an engine is what we're doing, but the plans are all laid out. They're going to start.
What truck are we replacing?
We're not replacing. We're replacing Rescue 15, which is a 2000 KW that was bought underneath Chief Jones.
But we're not going to get rid of it, right? We're
No.
going to keep it on reserve.
Yes, we're going to keep it as reserve because we get ISO points for that.
Oh.
Yeah. It's only like 0.5 for ISO, but you know that 0.5 can add up. So this truck has been designed. There's a few changes you can see. I'm in discussion with Mickey on some things. I think we had $650,000 for this vehicle or this apparatus. With a few changes we made, I think we came over $2,700, which I think Mickey will have to take to the.
But I want you to hear that Chief said we're getting really 2 trucks in one. This is going to serve 2 purposes, and I think it's going to be a good piece of apparatus for our department.
So
You got the real estate for this out there?
we do. We have room for it. So that's one project for you guys that we've done. Second is the ladder truck. Again, this is just discussion. We had a committee put together to discuss.
Thank you, sir.
We had a committee put together, plus we had 4 companies come in, 4 major companies. The committee was Chief Pennington, Deputy Chief Steelwagon, Captain Maples, Captain Albert, and Commissioner Indovina. Between the four high-ranking officers, we have 80 years of service, so we put this,
Who's Captain Abler? I don't know who that is.
who?
Captain Abler?
Abler, he's the fellow that we hired from Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, the hazmat guy?
Yep.
All right.
With 80 years of service, with this team that we put together, we put a team together to build a ladder truck for the city of Monett and for the members here. It won't only benefit Monett, but it'll benefit the surrounding communities for auto aid and mutual aid. Last month, we went to Aurora 4 times with our ladder trucks for structure fires, so it's being used more and more. But down below, you can see that banner came in at 1.697 with a delivery time of 45 months. Firemaster, Firemaster changed their bid to 1.65. Pierce manufactured, and then Firemaster's 2.5 years delivery time. Pierce manufacturer 1.79 with a 12-month. And the reason why it's so low for that, Pierce manufacturer has every other year they kick out stock trucks, so it's quicker delivery. So folks that are needing ladder trucks, they can get them right then and there. And then Rosenbauer 1.9, which was the highest bid, 24 months. Each one of these companies will do a lease purchase program. I've got the books down below here underneath the desk at a later time if you guys want to look over them.
I'm sorry, you said all do lease purchase?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
If the city doesn't want to shell out that large amount of money, we can make payments. There's 10, 13, and 15 years for each one of these companies. So a little history, the Monett Fire Department's operating a 1996 Pierce 75-foot Quint, purchased brand new for the city of Monett for $397,000. This ladder truck served the city for 30 years and the surrounding districts. It's now exceeding its life time for the city of Monett.
Is that going to have an impact on our ISO rating?
No, sir. So if we buy a new ladder truck, just saying if we buy a new ladder truck, this ladder truck will go back to reserve, and that will help with ISO points. 0.5 is what we get for reserve units.
Okay.
So
Piece? 0.5 a piece?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh.
So this if we get a new ladder truck, this ladder truck will stay in service, but as a reserve unit. So if that ladder truck's out helping another city or breaks down, maintenance, whatever, we still have a ladder truck in the city that'll serve the citizens.
Can the 100-foot reach the fourth floor?
Yes. We took this Rosenbauer. Rosenbauer brought us a demo for the city. We spent about 5.5 hours taking it through different areas that we've taken our 75-foot where we've had calls before where we couldn't reach things. And this 109-foot Viper that Rosenbauer has was able to reach all locations. So Jack Henry was one of our biggest buildings.
Tests.
Yeah, because the road offsets. So when you set the ladder truck at 75, you're not going to reach the roof.
No.
Well, we then took the Rosenbauer, set it right behind us, no problem. Mickey was there, he got to see the demo. So it's just not an investment, you know, it's for the firefighters, it's for the citizens, it's for the future of Monett. It's for the emergency calls that are coming today, tomorrow, and in the future. So this is just a little breakdown of the apparatuses. And like I said, I've got plans here. I've got booklets that goes, you know, and detailed with it. So if you guys want to look at it at a later time, later date. Again, this is just a discussion because I know we're.
Well, which one, I mean, there's 4 options here. Which one do you recommend right now?
So after the committee, I took all these folders, I set them on the table, and I had each shift go through with it. The top one was Pierce. The second one was E1, and then the third was Rosenbauer. With Firemaster and Rosenbauer, they're tandem axles, so it's kind of hard to get those trucks on our small streets. So Banner and Pierce was single axle. Pierce, we've been a Pierce department since the mid-'80s, and Pierce has done us very well. But if I was to recommend a ladder truck to you three right now, it would be the Pierce 107 Ascendant. Single axle.
We talked about street access. What about going down alleys?
Down alleys, we really don't take our ladder trucks down alleys. We try to leave them on the main streets.
And that normally, that allows you to get to
Right.
fires. Okay.
Right.
So we don't do that now.
Yeah, if we had a building on fire down here on Broadway, you'd mainly set it on the opposite side of the road or put it on the corner of the building because of collapse zones. But you would still have 107 foot that you could reach the building if need be.
Okay.
Did you have any details on the lease purchase
It's
options?
It's all right down here in this book. It
You
would
do.
take, you want to look at them or? I mean, it would take,
Eventually.
He will
Okay.
want to look at it.
okay,
Yeah.
because it'd take a while
Can't
for
believe you
us to
asked
go
that
through all
question.
that.
Oh yeah, not to do here now.
But when
Yeah.
they wrote these books for you guys, I told them to break it down,
Okay.
numbers, so you guys have a pretty good idea. I mean, you're a number guy, Ken, come on.
Give me a build to suit idea on any of your three recommendations.
What's that?
Build to suit like you just went to Florida for?
Yeah, so what we
Okay,
did
so
is,
do they do a build, no wait, do they build, I'm sorry. Do they do a build to suit on each trucks also?
yes.
They're not stock out the door?
Now,
This
the
is
ladder
good.
truck, the Pierce will be a stock. Your other three companies will be custom. But when we had all four of these companies here in the city at this table, we built these trucks for Monett Fire Department, for the city of Monett,
Right.
for this size of town.
Right.
We got some things that are happening in the city, some projects that the old ladder truck is not any good for, so. And plus you gotta, that truck's last us 30 years. We want to build another truck that's gonna last us 25, 30 years. So that's the reason why we set this committee together, and that's the reason why we chose these companies to come into Monett and sit down with us.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate all your effort on this, for doing the legwork and the process you went through.
Well, we try. We're really trying. Sorry, I forgot to pass this out. That's the highlight of the ISO points. See, we're getting 0 points right now for a reserve ladder. If we had a reserve ladder, we'd get 0.5.
Thank you.
This was, if I remember right, Ken, were you here in 2018?
Council?
Yes. Okay. So all this was done in 2018. The last survey done for ISO.
Are we due this year for one?
So my goal is to, with these projects coming along with the fire department, is invite ISO back in 2028. That'll give us enough time because they go back in 3 years. They go from 28 back 3 years and get all that information together to look into it, to evaluate the
Okay,
department.
so we get to determine when they come.
Yes.
Did you state, and forgive me if you did, but the delivery time on the
June?
tanker? On the engine.
2026. We'll send a,
Let's say June, just
yeah,
to be safe.
or June.
June
Yeah.
2026.
What did I say?
You said May or June.
May.
Yeah.
April or May, we'll send another group out, or the same group that went to do the final inspection. They'll spend about 3 or 4 days out there. That's also cost by Pierce, so the city's not out any money.
So this is all gonna be included in the next year's budget, correct?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe we're gonna look at trying to do that.
We're working on that.
Yeah.
And we'll
But
talk
it's
about
gonna help us
finances.
long term. Yeah, it's gonna help us to.
Well, we have to. do
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
It's public safety.
Next is the training facility. Chief Dowd and myself have come together. And partnering up behind the police station. Didn't realize it until I was put in this position that he's been having this plan for 7 years now? Couple days. And so if you look at the very top, a training facility for the city of Monett, we're missing 35 points. Sorry, I didn't make it up. You'll have to share.
35 points on.
ISO.
Snuggle up.
Okay.
because we don't have
Oh, I
training
see.
facilities.
Items,
Yeah.
credit for training people. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So we're missing out on big points. This is training. This is a training facility, training hours.
Where do we go right now?
Do what?
Where do we go for training right now?
Right now, we do it in-house or we go to other departments. Like we just sent 4 guys to hazmat tech training in Joplin. So we had to spend money on mileage, we had to spend money on overtime. We can't house training for other departments to come in because we don't have a training facility.
So if we do move ahead with this, then there'll be a training facility for some of the smaller, correct? Certainly Monett Rural, Purdy, Pierce City.
Exactly. So, I'll just go down this. The Monett Fire Department is committed to ensuring the highest level of fire protection, emergency preparedness, and public safety for the citizens of Monett and surrounding communities. A critical component of this commitment is develop a dedicated fire training facility. This facility will directly address and identify during our last ISO evaluation. We are at 0 points on a training facility. We should be at 35. So each firefighter has to have 18 hours per year to count those points as well as a training facility.
18 hours per year?
Yeah, it's highlighted down there in your packet. And Dave, if you want, you can chime in anytime on this if you want, because this is part of you too. So ISO, it's got to be a minimum of 3 stories on an acre or 2 for live fire training. That's burn rooms, smoke rooms, and then again 8 hours of annual training per firefighter.
Is there any similar facility like this anywhere in Berry or Lawrence County?
Berry County has one in Central Crossing. Basically,
shall not.
yes. So this diagram that I gave you, we took Battlefield, we took Nixa, and we took Central Crossing's designs and made our own. So Central Crossing, Nixa, and Joplin are our nearest training facilities right now, and Springfield.
But Springfield doesn't have the burn room.
No, they have a clean room, and then this is a Class A fire. Burn facility. Springfield has Class B, and they made a recommendation to us, don't go Class B because they've had issues in the past with the propane.
Okay, but that Class B fire that's fuel, right?
Yeah, it's just propane, the gas. So you're not getting the zero visibility, you're not getting the smoke heat, you're not getting live fire, none of that. You're just getting a barbecue grill inside of a container. So it's the way I see it.
Do you get lunch with it?
Afterwards.
You don't want it.
Tell us what you really think, right?
Yeah, I know.
Be direct, buddy.
The benefits of a training facility, it'll comply with the ISO standards, improve our score, enhance operation readiness for realistic controlled training environments, increase fire safety and efficient in responding to emergencies, supports the department's goals of hosting a spring fire academy to mirror Crowder College's Fall Academy, expanding training opportunities for the locally. So we want to start hosting our own fire academy. That'll bring surrounding districts to our city, bringing people to our city, and possibly people to the department in the future if we can bring folks to our city to host a fire academy. Shane Anderson, Chief Anderson, did that for 10 years. We had a ball.
Here.
We had it here. And he no longer does it anymore, so nobody comes to Monett. They go to Crowder College or they go to OTC in Springfield. Benefit, surrounding districts can participate in the training, strengthen basically our team relationships between the departments, and mutual aid and auto aid response. Standardize a joint training force team, efficient and safe during large-scale incidents, and create a regional training hub, like I was saying, so we can host class. We can host classes here in the city. Another potential, and this is another potential, I'm still working with Dr. Drake, I believe. So right now, Barry Lawrence Ambulance has a GoCap class for EMTs. So we talked to Dr. Drake a few months ago about doing a Fire 1 and 2 class GoCaps. So when these young students go through EMT, go through Fire 1 and 2, by the time they graduate, they'll have a career waiting on them. So if we can partner up with the school districts with this training facility,
I don't think, doesn't sound like it's gonna be an issue partnering up, so.
No, we just gotta discuss it in the school, we gotta discuss it with Crowder.
Logistics.
Yes,
Along those lines, have we talked to the Berry or Lawrence County Commissioners about this?
About this? No, we can.
I think it's.
Okay.
George, did the police get anything out of this? This particular?
We're working together, sir, for allocation of facilities, and we'll work together for a final joint training facility.
Okay, so this may not be the final design, so we could also include police.
That's a final design for that portion. Two different aspects, sir. Fire, police, we need a different facility style, but it will work together for the joint training facility for all public safety.
Oh, okay, yeah. Go ahead, Dave.
So I think that Barry Lawrence Ambulance would have some interest in working with some of this, because currently, like Chief Pennington said, we very successfully host the GO-CAPS program in a very small facility. We do EMT classes at least 2 a year. I think we would be willing to entertain partnerships to maybe have a classroom set aside for that kind of training. That would put all that public safety community training in one location. And that would be, I think that would be incredibly helpful for that. We currently, emergency management's hosted 2 statewide classes last year. We're hosting 2 more this year. We host regional meetings 2 or 3 times a year here in Monett. We get a lot of attention. People like coming to Monett. The problem, so we need better training facilities to they love the casino, but we can bring in the administrative style classes, but it's really hard for us to bring in hazardous materials technician and operator classes because we don't have the facility for that. This would give us the facility to do that kind of training here.
I'm glad you hit on that. So this training facility that you have in front of you guys, you can do high angle, low angle, you can do confined space, you can do hazmat scenarios, you can do fire suppression. I mean, it's a
So you
pretty,
can do low visibility as well here.
yes. And the walls are interchangeable, so you don't have the same floor plan.
Oh, wow.
You have Mayday drills, you have forcible enter drills, you have dimmer prop drills, VES. I mean, I could just keep going on, but we set up a committee for this training facility, and we took the 3 districts around us and combined them to make a training facility that best fits Monett. It also has FDCs, so fire department connections. So like our factories that have FDCs, now you have a training here that you can train on FDCs, hook up, and operate a fire suppression system inside that building. You got roof props. I mean, I think that total was $600 and some thousand for that. Got with Mickey. I think we could probably cut some cost, maybe having the street department lay the concrete work for this, because you're going to have a 80 by 80 pad, probably 8 inches thick for the apparatus, for enough room for ground operations and so on. And, you know, like Dave said, and the PD can use this for their SWAT team if they want to go through and do scenarios. So it's just,
You need targets going there too.
your
We can
airsoft.
work through all that stuff. But like you said, it has a lot of variables to it that we can utilize in real time.
Okay, good.
Training.
But
Its maintenance is covered by fire department?
there's low maintenance on this because they're Connex boxes. Now, discussing with Chief Leach over there in Nixa, the only thing they've had to do was, because they do a lot of fire training, they remove one box that has a fire room and bring a new box in. It's just like playing with Lincoln Logs is what it is.
Do you actually use hazmat, or you simulate the hazmat material?
We just simulate.
Okay.
We just simulate
All right,
that.
good. That's what I was looking for.
I mean, we're close to the rail yard. I mean, we could probably, emergency management doesn't want any of that in here.
I agree. That's why I asked the question.
But no, this is great. I mean, it comes with 2 burn rooms, so you'll get a second floor burn room, you get a basement burn room. You can simulate a first or second floor, single level. It's pretty crazy what you can do with those. And Mickey got to look firsthand at Nix's when we went and did a tour.
No one jumps from up there, do they?
Yeah, they repel
Off of it.
there.
So.
Yeah, off
And-
the backside.
So like the you know, if we want to build a hotel that's 4 stories or whatever, these factories, you know, that's the reason why we went 4 stories tall, you know, just planning for the future.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
So Chief, I'm not seeing concrete in this.
Concrete is not in that
Okay.
because they do
All right.
not specialize in concrete.
Yeah, we would do that.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. Because when you were saying earlier we could save some money doing the concrete ourselves, I was looking for that.
Right.
Okay. I do see concrete anchors, but that's it.
Yeah, so when we get a concrete pad, then they'll put the anchors in, and then that's what the box is set on.
Is there a potential cost sharing opportunity?
That is a good possibility, maybe.
Okay.
I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no, but
I think that's one of the reasons we need to go down and talk to the county about it, see what their interest is. There's one at Shell Knob, but it doesn't sound like there's anything in Lawrence County at all.
no, sir. If we was to do this, we would be central located because it would be right off the Berry Lawrence County line. So, I mean, anybody can come to Monett, and I think it'll draw attention, especially when you have fire classes and then Dave Compton or whoever hosts academies or trainings. You know, we have a facility now.
And be a nice location for the GoCap students as well,
Yes,
being right
right.
across the street.
So, that's all I have on that presentation. The second one, or the very,
I mean,
oh, go ahead. Sorry, sorry.
we're still in concept here.
Yeah.
We're not,
Yeah.
we're not putting,
No, this is all bringing it to you guys because, you know, the budget's coming up to start planning and
okay.
see where we can go with it.
And would this come out of emergency, not emergency, man, what do you call it? The tax that we get.
Use tax.
Use tax.
Yeah, we'd have to just figure out how we can fund it.
And then there is also payment options on this as well. So we can do it quarterly, we can do it half and half, or whatever you. They're willing to work with us. We did look at 2 other facilities, but reaching out with Dan Albert being a nationwide teacher, he reached out with these other 2 companies, and they're saying no. You know, Lone Star Tactical out of Houston, Texas is the best. And we've seen it in Nixa. I mean, Battlefield, Shane Anderson, they're getting ready to build one. Should be done this year or next year. There's a lot of these going around over in the Greene County area. So,
And for those out in the public, the ISO rating improvement means potential insurance savings, for
Right.
example, property insurance.
so the
and
city of
things like
Monett
that.
is a class 4 right now. I believe with what the fire department is doing right now, with the help of the council and Mickey, I believe we can get to a 3. 2, not so much, because when you drop down to a 2, you're more likely benefiting the businesses and not the residents.
Yep.
3 is more benefiting both. So I think 3 is my goal. 3's been a goal since 1997. So we're trying to check off the boxes from the 1997 comprehensive plan before we move on to anything. So this is in that 5-year goal or 5-year plan that I had placed for you guys before.
On the ISO ratings, got it, on the fires, are there other departments that have opportunity for ISO rating increases? In your ISO rating, who else is out there from the city that would participate in that? In the evaluation process, we know they're gonna evaluate the fire department. Is there anyone else?
No.
Yeah.
So this is all fire?
This is just all fire
Yeah.
for the city of Monett. This
Yeah.
won't benefit the ISO ratings for surrounding districts. Like
No,
Monett.
no, that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting at.
I understand what you're asking, but no, I don't think there's any other departments.
Okay. So the ISO is all on your show?
So, and another thing, I'm just gonna throw this out here. So if we lower our ISO to 3, city starts annexing property in, they're gonna go from a 6, because Monett rule is a 6. When they get annexed into the property, they're gonna go to a 3 because they're coming into the city. So this is another moving forward for the future. So if the city starts expanding, it's gonna benefit the district, or the folks that are coming in, because they're going from a 6 to a 4 or a 3. So just future thought there.
Nice work.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
Any other discussion?
Thank you very much for this.
And the last thing,
There's more.
this is it, Mayor. I swear to it. So we put in for a command vehicle, seal bid from Nixa Fire, if I can get that open. There you go. For $8,000. Currently, we did not receive that. We got outbidded. So I've been speaking with Mickey since we sold the ambulance for $6,600. I would like to take the chief's vehicle that we have now and just upgrade it to a command vehicle. I've looked at Cassville Fire Protection District. Oh, I better end these out. They have the same setup, and it benefits them, and it also benefit the city. It'll benefit surrounding districts, and so on.
This really gives you a lot of communications equipment.
Yes, and I can also haul tools, and whatever else needs to be hauled.
Somebody told you how much I love paper, right?
Yes,
Oh, that was me.
I've
Sorry.
been watching your videos. But we're looking at
Which one do you
this
want from the videos?
camper and trace slide out.
Can you
What's that?
That's the key.
Darren already has that
Yeah,
one.
we
that's
have
the key.
access to easily sell this kind of stuff?
Oh, yeah.
So we just need one more.
One more.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right.
Yeah, Darren's packet already had it.
Yeah, do you have that, because this is really the key of
Yeah.
that shell, but that.
So we're not getting a new vehicle, we're just upgrading an existing vehicle.
Correct.
We're just going to use what we have, sir.
All right, now how's this fitting with, is this mainly to coordinate fire effort, or is it?
Any big scenario. So like if I was on scene and PD showed up, they could use the same thing, you know.
So it has those same radios, MS or whatever they're called?
So this is basically utilizing what we have right now instead of, paying. So, but the $6,600 is what we got from the ambulance that we sold off of Purple Wave. So we can take that $6,600 and put towards this, but it breaks it down to the total project from the slide out tray to the camper shell. We've already got the radios, so we don't have to purchase new radios. But it'll secure and weather protect the radios, tools, and gear. It'll be functional as a command post, so command will be set in a.
So it's a mobile command post, so for some reason, if we can't use a police station, it's hard to imagine, sir. That's a, or is it completely different?
It is, but that's their mode for any fire scenes that they use all the time. Every time they go out to them.
Yeah.
So use the
This-
same
And
time.
and this is gonna make us interoperability with all the other fire departments around?
Yes, so if I go out to Monett Rural Fire District and we work in a structure fire, because they don't have a command vehicle, my truck's on scene, they can pull the slide out tray and their chief can use the truck right then and there. So it's, they can use a command post.
All right.
For instance, the April 29th storm that we had, we were at EOC, Steel Wagon could have went out with this command truck. Go ahead, Dave.
So this is an instant command post, so all fire incidents, all rescue incidents would be run from that. And Wagon would have used something like this to have an instant command set up on scene. The Emergency Operations Center would remain at the police department because that's a hardened facility. And so chief officers would be at the EOC, but deputy chiefs in particular.
So this is this is a
on-scene command.
on-scene command. Okay,
Correct.
I got you.
Correct.
So, I mean, it's just a breakdown. It's also can be used as a quick response vehicle. So if Station 1 and Station 2 are have overlapping calls, then I can get into the chief's vehicle with the equipment that I have in the back and go straight to a scene for a quick response vehicle.
Is there anything else like this in Bear or Lawrence County?
Cassville has one.
Central Crossing.
Central Crossing has one.
Purdy kind of has one.
Purdy's got one on the way. They're spending like $85,000 for one. Nothing in Lawrence County.
No about Greg.
Oh yeah, Greg.
Greg
Aurora City has one.
Aurora City.
They have an SUV.
Mount Vernon really doesn't have anything like that. Actually, Lawrence County Emergency Management kind of has something like that. They used a bunch of grant money from COVID money to do that. But yeah, that's just some of your bigger departments have those. Your better better financed and organized departments have those, but not very many.
Right.
What was the use for your $6,600 you sold the ambulance for? Did you have a general purpose for it?
We were gonna put it towards this $8,000 for this SUV that we were gonna,
But you didn't get that.
no, we put it.
We do have it. We do have the $6,000.
So what was your question?
Did you have an allocated place to put your $6,600?
Yeah, for these upgrades.
Yes.
Yeah, originally we were trying to buy that command vehicle from Nixa, and we were using the $6,000 as money to put in a sealed bid, but we lost the sealed bid by $500.
500.
So, and it would have been a command vehicle already outfitted with everything. So what Brandon is proposing here is, like he said, use a current vehicle, upgrade it, we would have a command vehicle.
So is the ask to do this right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are we looking at here? Is this
The
this
camper
is what
shell
it,
at the top.
this is what it would look like?
Yeah.
Yes,
These
sir.
open up
Yeah.
to then
Yes.
unveil this.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just open it up, put the tailgate down, open the hatch, and you pull out the tray. And then your side compartments on the right side of that camper shell
Okay.
is enclosed. It's just like little compartments that you put like medical bags or whatever
Got it.
else in
Okay.
there. And it's all locked, so it's got a key to it.
Okay.
And basically, Mayor, basically the same setup is the same setup that Cassville has down there in Berry County.
Thank you.
What I'd like to do, if we move forward this, and I think we will, is to incorporate, we've got a spring training, emergency training. I would like to, if it's possible, to integrate this into that training.
Well, we can definitely do that. Okay. I got an idea. Dan and I have been talking.
Okay.
That's not good.
Who's name?
Dan Albert, Captain Dan Albert, he's our guy from Phoenix.
Oh, sure.
Dan and I have worked quite a bit on LAPC and hazmat stuff.
Okay.
That's all I have, sir.
All right, what do you need from us to move ahead with it?
Just
Approval on this
approval on the
command
command.
vehicle. I think that's really it.
I'd say move ahead with it. Any objections from the commissioner?
No. Good job.
Not if it's funded with the proceeds from the ambulance sale.
Yeah,
That
yes, it
makes
is.
sense.
Right.
All right, let's move ahead with that.
All right.
And then we got a lot to go on for next year's budget.
Thank you, sir.
All right, nice work, Chief.
Thank you.
Hold on, Officer.
Yes, here, Kelly.
I have it.
That's what I was stacking up.
Okay. I'm gonna pay for this.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Maybe
paper.
next week.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
can carry that.
I don't know how much you little hate. Okay.
All right, let's move to item C, please.
Discussion regarding the proposed dog park.
So council's been talking about the proposed dog park. We all know there's history there. The first location wasn't able to be used because of FEMA, moved it to a second location, not able to be used because of some deed restrictions. So the third location that we brought to council was 901 East Broadway. It's in your packet, the map. Council also asked that I would put together a task group to look at the dog park, get the pros and cons for a dog park. That has been done. And again, in your packet, members of that group are listed there. We did have a veterinarian, we had people from Monett Main Street, animal control from the city was present as well. Those pros and cons are listed in the staff report. And so really what I'm bringing today is the resolution that I put in your packet. I'd like to move forward with presenting this resolution October 16th for a formal vote, and then we would go into action with this. Section 5 talks about Section 4 talks about an agreement that would be put together. I would direct our city attorney to put together an agreement so that the funding, construction, operations, and maintenance are all spelled out and who's going to do what. Obviously, the funding is going to come from Monett Main Street. Construction would be overseen by Monett Main Street. Operations and maintenance, that's really going to fall to the city. Larry Howard was in the meeting as well, and he's fully aware of what maintenance and upkeep on a dog park would look like. He's okay with that, and so he's already talked to city staff that would be overseeing that. All of that's been worked out. The straw poll was taken with that focus group, and they voted unanimously to move forward on a dog park in the location that we have. One of the things that did come up in the discussion, there's an existing building at 913 East Broadway Street. Monett Main Street would like to begin to look at plans to utilize that building, possibly as a future public restroom, certainly as a storage area for anything that they would need to store from the dog park during winter months. They would also like to look at putting a mural on that building, having that commission to do. That would bring attraction to the dog park. So the risk prevention advisory bulletin that you have in here, that's from our insurance provider. We met with the insurance broker yesterday. We talked about dog parks and any liability to the city. He assured us that all of that can be covered through insurance. And so unless there's questions, I think staff is ready to bring this to the October 16th council meeting for a formal vote to move forward.
The one question I have, and I think it's in the packet, is to use this facility, there has to be a licensing process for dogs to go in there. Is that correct?
That is correct. That's one of the things that came up actually from animal control, is we really need to look at codes and put a dog license permit in our codes, and we would start looking at that.
So we have to do that before we
We could do that. I just need to probably get with Chief and some others.
I think we need to do that up front.
Okay.
And then it's gonna be a park, so it's gonna be Parks and Recs, correct?
Yep. That's why Larry Howard was in the meeting.
And it's gonna be maintenance through the city of Monett.
Correct.
So we looked at the staffing and the cost of the staffing.
Yep. There'd have to be a gate wide enough to put our mowers inside. So it's not the entrance gate, because usually there's a kind of a holding area when you enter into these dog parks, but this would be a back gate so that we could have access to get a mower in there and mow.
Is it gonna be open at night after dusk, like regular city parks?
That would to be determined, but I would say we would put park hours on it. Right. I think we even discussed that.
We did.
Yeah.
Yep. And we would just adhere to the normal city park hours. The intent was to have that pavilion facility built on this location also.
That's
right?
correct. So I talked with Dave Dunn, because originally the agreement was that Dave's team would assemble that, and he's aware of that, and he's open to that.
So the pavilion, the covered area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's part of the project.
It's actually laying down there on Front Street.
Oh, we already have it?
Yes.
It's been there for years.
It's been donated by an individual in the city.
Yep.
Okay, good.
So we still talking who pays what, who does what?
Yes, all that would be in turn. If council's ready for us to move on forward, we'll just get with city attorney and draw up an agreement.
Seems like it'll be a phased approach.
And we still hold the deed for the property.
Yeah, we're not
It's
going
all
to exchange deeds.
Right.
Yeah, there's no reason to exchange deeds for this project. They're simply making improvements on city-owned property, then they will turn that over by terms.
Utilizing space that's unused currently, and right along Kelly Creek, right there on the west side.
Have you all discussed timeline? And I know it's hard to. I'm just trying to get an estimate.
Yeah, obviously this project has been delayed, so I think they would like to start next spring. It's kind of what I've.
There was no discussion on the timeline, but sooner the better.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause it's been out there for 6-7 years, right?
Indeed.
Okay. All right, I say let's move forward with let's put it on the agenda for the 16th.
Okay.
Are y'all meeting again soon to talk about more before it reaches the council next month?
About the dog park
Yes, sir.
specifically?
Or is it just
I'm
gonna
not
be-
aware of any other meetings.
No, we're not going to meet anymore with that group. We'll meet with some of those individuals, but
I know that we have a conflict with the next city council meeting and the Board of Education meeting in the same location. Would it be feasible for this city council meeting to be changed to another date? Maybe the Wednesday prior, the 15th?
What do you mean?
You're talking about the 8th?
No, our next regular city council meeting is Thursday, October 16th. It's also
conflict.
It's also the date and time of and location for the Monett Board of Education.
I don't want to do it on Wednesday. It's church night.
Can we do another location?
How about Tuesday, the 14th? Will that give you enough time to get everything on the agenda?
I think so. It was out anyway, so yeah, I think we'll be okay.
Okay, how about the 14th then?
No problem for me.
Yep.
Okay, we'll make the next, and we'll do it at the Monett School District Room on October 14th at 6 p.m. That's a Tuesday.
Do we know the school's available that night?
It is.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, anything else?
No, sir.
All right, any motions to go into closed session?
Okay. If we're done, we're gonna move into closed session. Council will convene in closed pursuant to section 610.021, Missouri State subsections 2, and they define here, real estate. Are they in order? Vicky?
Yes.
Okay. 3, which is personal matters and cybersecurity issues.
And then Jessica Stamps will be there.
Okay.
Brandon Pennington, Doug Potts, myself, city clerk, and council.
I'll second.
Call the roll?
Mayor Radyberg,
Yes.
Commissioner Ken Gaspar,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren DeVito.
Okay, we'll convene in closed session about 10:30.